Custom Garage. Cleaned out the passenger side. So as you can see, the driver's side looks good. So let's get the passenger side done. Vacuumed all of this out. It's really not bad. Got a little bit here. We're gonna hit that with some of the Eastwood acid, fast acid etch. Clean up what we can, see how this all looks. Got a new floor to go in. We're gonna rip this seat perch out and clean up all this, see what we got here. So obviously the floor is not as bad. We'll probably just need a little piece in the bottom down here. And we'll see. I have a new frame rail that can go in here. So I'm not too worried about this one. We'll take it out, see how it looks first, but it'll probably just get replaced. So I'm gonna clean this up first and we'll rip this seat out. Okay, now I drilled all the spot welds I can see with an 1/8 inch. I'm gonna hit it with the 5/16 bit and take this top panel off. Okay, so the reason for drilling these out versus just tearing them out or grinding off the welds is if you want to save the panel again. I don't know if I'll use this panel or not. I do have another panel that's brand new, so I really, either way is fine. But I don't want to destroy this piece. I don't want to destroy the tunnel. So I'd rather take it out in one piece, keep it safe. And then I only cut what I need to cut and not go too far. I'm gonna put my earmuffs on for this because this can get noisy. Alright, seat perch is out. Same as the other side, I'm going to cut it low with the air chisel. Take out all this rusty garbage. Got a bracket down there that goes right here, right in that corner, so you gotta remember that. Well, now we got this side out, you can see, probably can't tell underneath here as well, but this thing's been hit a few times. Look at the rail here, it's got a buckle in it. So we're gonna change this rail anyway. I mean, it's solid enough here, it'd probably be fine if you cleaned it up, but since it's been hit, we're just gonna change it. We have one anyway. This side, the inner rocker is fine, just needs to get cleaned up. So as you can see, it's got some surface rust on it, but there's no holes. So we're gonna weld that up. We're gonna change this this frame rail extension here, and you can see I got the rust etch on here. It's looking a lot better. We're gonna clean that up, and this floor looks fine. So we're not going to mess with this floor. Got a little patch to put in down here, but nothing as bad as the other side, thankfully. Beat it a little bit with a hammer, try to get it loose. Okay, there's a bunch of welds in here. We're going to try to find them all and get them off. There's like 1, 2, 3, 5 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. So that's just the side. There's 5. There's on the bottom and on the other side too. So let's get them ground down. Now I want to grind the other side the same as this and peel all the rest of this off. We cleaned up the front training cross member. I cut the rust out of the front of the floor. The new floor goes up past that, so we're good there. Cleaned up the rust there. Cleaned up the side of the inner rocker. And you can see here, there was a patch put in before, so we're going to cut that out next and make a patch for that panel. So this is the rear torque box. I cut out that patch that they put in so many prior. This was what was on the bottom, had some rust, so we cut that out, and I made a new piece to go in here. So I'm going to weld this in, and then I'm going to make a piece to go over the rest of this. That piece is welded in. I ground it flush on the flats here so that this piece can come down. I left a little bit of weld in there, not a big deal. We're going to put this other piece down and over, and torque box will be fixed. Then we can move on to putting the floor in. There you go. A nice patch in there now, everything's solid. I used the metal from the front torque box patch I used on the other side. So it's good, strong, thick metal. And now this is set. Ready to put the frame rail in. So we'll get the frame rail in next, and then we'll get the floor in. This thing will move right along. Okay, so today we're trying to put the frame rail in. I drilled out the plug welds on the tranny cross member. I cleaned up, so come around. I cleaned up the frame and painted the outside of that. And we took the new frame rail, and like the old one had 10 plug welds on each side, we've duplicated that. And then now we're gonna put this frame rail in and weld it in place. So the frame rail is in place. As you can see, got a clamp holding it tight against the sides. I got a clamp holding it in the front, tight against the bottom. There's a clamp in the back of it to hold the back straight. And there's clamps holding it onto the transmission cross member. So I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clamps holding this one little piece of metal in to make sure it's exactly where it's supposed to be. Now, it sits up against the bottom of the tranny cross member and goes against that tight. So you know that's where it belongs. And by being tight across the bottom, I know I'm pretty close to where it needs to be. So that'll get you in pretty good shape to where things need to be. So we're gonna weld this thing up now and then we'll come back. Okay guys, there it is, all welded up nice and pretty. Now this thing ain't going nowhere. So it's also welded across there. And on the inside, it's plug welded on the other side. I gotta put 2 welds on top of the frame up here still. Then I'll grind those and then we'll start fitting the floor. So one piece at a time, we're making this puzzle come together. The floor is all trimmed and ready to go in. Got a little spot I need to make right there. And the rest of this will be fine. So, got a clamp there, got a clamp in the back. And we're gonna make that little piece. I'm gonna make it on the bottom. I'll tack it and I'll take the floor out and I'll weld it up from the inside. But we're gonna make that piece first, then we'll get down to this floor. There you go, we got a patch in for that corner piece. Now we're ready to slide the floor in and start welding this in. So I got it just sitting up here. So, now what I've used for lines is the top of this piece here is matched up with that top. And we'll just tie it down tight inside the hole. That matches up nice right there. So it's getting pretty close where we need to be. What I need to do is slide this under as a brace right there. So I'm gonna get that under the brace. Then we're gonna start welding this thing up. So the floor is all tacked in. I welded it solid across here so I can put the other seat perch in. Got weld still to do. Okay guys, so we're out of time for this video. I was hoping to have the floors done. They're not quite done. We'll finish them up in the next couple days. We're going to jump back on the Jetta. I've been working on that on and off, getting all the paint problems solved. And hopefully we can get that back onto that and get that going full time. There's a car show in May I want to bring that to, so I got to get this thing done. We're going to keep working on the Mustang in between. I'd like to get the next week, probably get the A-pillar and the fender skirts done on that. And then we're going to probably stay on the Jetta for a bit and try to get that back together. I still got to take the frame apart, paint it, get all that done. There's still a lot to do. Got to get the motor running and get things back going. So there's still a lot to do there. There's a lot to do here. We're going to keep at these. Basically, we have this Mustang, my 68 Mustang, and that Jetta. My three builds I'm kind of working on now. Definitely need to take a day just clean this shop out because all this rust work, man, this place gets dirty. So we got a lot of cleaning to do. And we're just going to keep going on these and get these things done. So like I said, next week I'm going to try to get a Jetta video back on. I know it's been a few weeks since we had the paint problems. And we're trying to get everything solved and everything fixed and get that thing ready to go. So if you made it this far, thanks for watching. Hit the like, subscribe, notifications, leave a comment, share with your friends. I appreciate it all. And we'll see you on the next one.